Ever wondered how to make someone think about you nonstop? Not in a creepy way, but in a way that makes them smile and genuinely want you around. It's not about manipulation or playing games. It's about real human connection. The secret? Creating a bond so real that your absence is felt, not just noticed. Today, I'll reveal 3 powerful, science-backed psychological tricks to make you unforgettable. These are simple, actionable tips you can use right away. No games, just practical advice for building stronger connections. If you're ready to learn the art of becoming unforgettable, grab a notebook. Let's dive into the psychology of desire and connection. Our first trick is the power of absence. This is one of the most underrated yet effective ways to make a lasting impression on someone's mind. It sounds counterintuitive, but being less available actually makes you more valued. When you're not always at someone's beck and call, your presence becomes something to look forward to, not something to expect. Think about it. Diamonds are precious because they're rare, not because they're everywhere. The things we see less often, we tend to treasure more. The same goes for your time and presence. When you treat your own time as valuable, others start to see it that way too. When you're always available, it's easy to be taken for granted. People may start to assume you'll always be there, and the excitement of seeing you fades. But when you have your own life, hobbies, friends, goals, you naturally create space. This space isn't emptiness. It's a sign that you're living with intention and purpose. This isn't about ignoring someone, it's about living fully. You're not withdrawing, you're simply prioritizing your own growth and happiness. When you're genuinely busy, your availability decreases, and that's attractive. People are drawn to those who have their own passions and commitments. It signals self-worth and independence. You show that you're not waiting around for someone else to complete your life. Here's what happens. When you're not always there, they have time to process their feelings for you. Your absence gives them space to reflect and realize what they appreciate about you. They replay your last conversation, remember your jokes, and start to miss your energy. The little things you said or did become more memorable. Your absence creates a vacuum that gets filled with thoughts of you. It's in those quiet moments that longing grows. For example, instead of dropping everything for a last-minute hangout, say, "I'd love to see you, but I have plans. How about Friday?" This shows you have a life, and it makes your time together more meaningful. This makes your time together more intentional and builds anticipation. When you finally meet, it feels special, not routine. The Zeigarnik effect shows we remember unfinished stories, so leave some space for curiosity. Let them wonder what you're up to or what you'll say next. Your homework? Look at your life. Are you too available? Reclaim your time and fill your calendar with things that light you up. Make your own happiness a priority. Don't do it for them. Do it for you. The side effect? Your presence becomes more cherished. People are naturally drawn to those who are content on their own. Be present and engaged when you're together, then step back and live your life. This balance is what keeps relationships healthy and exciting. That's the real power of absence, not distance, but dimension. You add depth to your life and to your relationships. People with passions and goals are naturally more attractive. They inspire others and bring new energy into every interaction. Think of relationships like watering a plant. Too much and you drown it, just enough and it thrives. Giving space allows both people to grow. Set a precedent early. You're a whole person with a full life. This sets the tone for mutual respect and admiration. They'll respect your time because you do. When you value yourself, others follow your lead. Next time you get a text, finish what you're doing before replying. It's not a game, it's a reflection of a well-lived life. You're showing that your world doesn't stop for anyone. This creates a pull, a desire to be part of your world. People want to be around those who are fulfilled and interesting. They'll see time with you as a privilege, not a given. Your company becomes something to look forward to, not something to take for granted. So, find one thing this week that's just for you. A hobby, a class, a workout, a call with family. Make it a non-negotiable part of your schedule. Block it out and protect that time. Treat it as sacred because it is. Live fully and watch how the space you create gets filled with their thoughts of you. The more you invest in yourself, the more others will want to invest in you too. That's the authentic, powerful way to make someone miss you. It's not about playing hard to get. It's about being genuinely engaged in your own life. It starts with building a life you love. When you're passionate and fulfilled, your absence is felt in the best way. When your absence is felt, you become unforgettable. That's trick number 1. Ready for the next? Let's talk about the power of memory. Now that you've created space, how do you make sure their thoughts of you are positive and warm? It's not just about being remembered, it's about being remembered fondly, in a way that makes them smile when your name pops up in their mind. Enter our second trick, triggering nostalgia. This is the art of gently guiding someone's mind back to the best moments you've shared, so that your presence lingers in their thoughts like a favorite song. Nostalgia is powerful. It makes us feel connected and boosts our mood. It's like a warm blanket for the soul, wrapping us in comfort and reminding us of who and what matters most. When you associate yourself with that feeling, you become a source of comfort in their mind. You're not just a memory, you're a safe place, a reminder of happiness. The key is subtlety. Don't force memories. Weave small reminders of your shared experiences into your interactions. Let nostalgia arise naturally, like a familiar scent on the breeze. Our brains link memories to sensory input, a song, a scent, a phrase. Even a certain taste or the feel of a place can bring back a flood of emotions. For example, if you both love a certain band, text, "Our favorite song just came on, made me smile and think of you." It's a simple gesture, but it can instantly transport them back to a shared moment, or drop an inside joke into conversation, something only the two of you would understand. These little callbacks are like secret handshakes for the heart, or send a meme that relates to a funny moment you shared. Humor is a shortcut to nostalgia, and laughter is a powerful connector. This creates a unique bond, a sense of us against the world. It's about building a private universe of memories that only you two share. You're planting seeds, not demanding attention. These seeds grow into fondness and longing all on their own. Walk by a coffee shop from your first date, snap a pic and send, "Look what I just passed, still the best lattes." It's a gentle nudge, not a plea for attention. The goal is to become the trigger for their happiness. You want your presence to be associated with joy, laughter, and comfort. When they hear that song or see that ice cream, they'll think of you. Even the smallest things can become reminders of your connection. You're creating little mental tripwires of positive emotion. These are the moments that pop up unexpectedly and make them smile. This is more effective than just saying, "I miss you." Anyone can say those words, but not everyone can make someone feel truly missed. Instead, you make them feel the feeling of missing you. You invite them to relive the best parts of your relationship, without pressure or expectation. Reference sensory memories. My coworker brought in food from that Thai place we went to. The whole office smells amazing. Suddenly, they're right back there with you, sharing that meal. Or show support. You'll crush that presentation today. Remember what we talked about. Remind them of your encouragement and belief in them. This shows you listen and care, making you a positive presence in their life. You're not just a memory, but an active source of support and kindness. Everyone wants to feel seen and remembered. It's a universal need, and you can be the one who fulfills it for them. Highlight the peak moments, the inside jokes, the times you laughed together. These are the memories that stick, the ones that define your bond. Curate a mental highlight reel in their mind. Let your shared story play on repeat, always ending on a high note. Your homework: think of one positive shared memory and find a subtle, natural way to reference it next time you interact. It could be a song, a place, or even a silly moment you both laughed at. Let their mind fill in the blanks. The best memories are the ones they complete in their own imagination. You're just providing the spark. Their brain will provide the fire. Nostalgia does the rest, building warmth and connection in their heart. This is how you build a deep, emotional connection that lingers. It's not about grand gestures, but about the small, meaningful moments you share. They'll start to associate you with happiness and support. You become the person who brightens their day, even from afar. That's how you become unforgettable, even when you're not around. Nostalgia is your secret superpower. Use it wisely, and you'll always have a place in their heart. Our final trick ties it all together: the art of mystery. This is the secret ingredient that makes every interaction a little more captivating, a little more memorable. Mystery isn't about being secretive or dishonest. It's about sparking curiosity in others, inviting them to look a little closer, to want to know more about you. In a world of oversharing, where every detail is posted online, leaving a little to the imagination is powerful. It's a rare quality that stands out. The human brain loves a good puzzle. We're wired to seek answers, to fill in the blanks, to chase after what we don't fully understand. If you reveal everything at once, there's no discovery, no sense of wonder left. The magic disappears the moment all the secrets are out. Think of your favorite book. It doesn't reveal the whole plot in the first chapter. Each page is a new invitation to keep reading, to stay engaged. You are the main character of your own story. Be compelling. Don't overshare. Let your story unfold naturally, one chapter at a time. When asked about your weekend, say, "Had a great weekend, got into a bit of an adventure, how about you?" This simple answer leaves room for curiosity. This invites follow-up and positions you as interesting. People are drawn to those who have stories yet to be told. Share in a way that creates intrigue and dialogue. Let others ask questions. Let them participate in the discovery. Vulnerability is important, but reveal it gradually, like a dimmer switch. Let your true self come into focus over time, not all at once. Having parts of your life that are just yours adds depth. It gives you a sense of self that isn't dependent on others' opinions. Maybe you're learning guitar, but don't mention it until they see it at your place. Suddenly, there's a new layer to discover. These small surprises make you memorable. This creates information gaps that make people want to know more. It's the art of leaving just enough unsaid. For example, end a conversation at a high point. "This has been fun, but I've got to run and tackle a secret project. Let's talk soon." Leave them wanting more. Their mind will race with curiosity, replaying the conversation and wondering what you're up to. You're not a closed book, just one with many chapters. Each chapter reveals a little more, but never the whole story at once. Let them read one at a time, making them eager to turn the page. Anticipation is a powerful feeling. The mystery is a byproduct of a person who's always learning and growing. When you're curious about life, others become curious about you. When you maintain a little mystery, you encourage them to invest in getting to know you. It's an invitation to connect on a deeper level. People value what they work for. The effort they put into understanding you makes the connection more meaningful. Your homework: practice restraint in your next conversation. Notice how it changes the dynamic. Don't offer all the details at once. Hint at new skills or plans without giving everything away. Let your words be an invitation, not a full reveal. Let them enjoy the process of discovery. The journey is just as important as the destination. The most fascinating people have a quiet confidence and a rich inner world. They don't need to prove themselves. They let others discover their depth over time. They make you feel there's always something more to learn, always another story waiting to be told. This isn't about being fake. It's about the dance of human connection. It's about creating space for curiosity and wonder. Sometimes you share, sometimes you let them wonder. That balance is what keeps relationships alive and interesting. That tension keeps the spark alive. It's the anticipation, the not knowing that makes every moment feel electric. The promise of discovery is what makes you unforgettable. Embrace the art of mystery and let your story unfold in its own time. So there you have it. 3 psychology-backed tricks to make anyone miss you. The power of absence. Live a full life and make your presence valuable. Triggering nostalgia. Use shared memories to create an emotional echo. The art of mystery. Spark curiosity and keep them coming back for more. Try these techniques this week and notice the shifts in your interactions and your confidence. Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story could inspire someone else. If you found this valuable, hit subscribe for more tips on confidence and connection. Remember, making someone miss you is an art. Use it wisely.